Fellerettes. It's Army Outdoors, your boy here. We're here at Franz Josef in New Zealand, if you hadn't have guessed it. And it's been quite a few years since I've been here, and the trail's definitely shrunken because of the huge amount of landslides and whatnot, and people, the occasional tourists getting killed here. So a little bit tame today, but we're having a little bit of camo and R&R, if we can put it that way. And I've got what's commonly known as the world's worst camouflage adopted by a military, no less the US military, UCP, or kind of more incorrectly known as ACU. Now, it's no secret that as a universal camouflage, this stuff was an abysmal failure. It was awful. The military hated it, they couldn't wait, or the grunts couldn't wait to get rid of it. The brass, whoever came up with that and accepted it, I feel like there might have been a little bit of, but that's just hearsay. But anyways, we ended up with a ton of this on the surplus market. Now, it is really well made. Being US made, it's fantastically well made. It's just the camo. Where does it blend in? Well, the one thing I've always thought to myself, it's incredibly niche, and it definitely doesn't apply to the military who need to use it everywhere and anywhere. You can't just change their clothes every time they go from a nice riverbed to a forest block on the side there. So as a universal thing, it's a failure, but for the average civilian, or maybe not your so average one, but your niche one, is it any use in particular up in Alpine country? Now, this is definitely a biased camo test because I've kind of gone out of my way, at least on a little bit of a holiday, and figured, hey, if it's got any chance, is it going to blend out here? Now, I'm not going to go off tar hunting or anything too intensive, but just to see what it's like out here in stony outcrops and the likes of Fiordland, New Zealand, or plenty of other rocky places such as up in Canada or certain parts of the US. Has it got a place? For maybe obvious reasons, we are in unspecified location currently. But yeah, I figured we'll just head out and not do the usual camo test. I sometimes get heckled for not doing realistic engagement distances. It's usually because the camera can see a lot less than the human eye does, and so if I'm only 100, 200 meters out, I'm just going to be a couple of pixels. Having said that, we're going against that rule. That's exactly what I'm doing today, and see, hey look, 200 meters in modern battle terms is pretty much technically close quarters. So if you can't see me at 200 and under, you know, I think the camo, fair to say, is doing its job. Anyways, stick around. I'm going to play silly buggers and go hide in the rocks. That about wraps up the old camo test for UCP, and a bit of a different flavour for today. And well, I'm just going to say it, try hard to try and make this stuff work somewhere. But as always, the only question is, can you make it work for you? As always, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment down in our comment section what you think of this. Has it got any place in your backyard? And if you so happen to be watching at time of release, we got a whole bunch of UCP items that have just been replenished, as well as some new ones, including a few spicy OTV Interceptor vests, which we haven't had before. So whether you're just into this stuff historically, or, you know, for some reason you've got a usage for that, by all means, head up to the old link in the bio and see what we've got up there.